One calls seek to shed light on what happened the night a Clayton County man was killed.
I'm sorry that I'm here to tell you I'm not going to follow him because he is going to cause another accident. So I will stay behind him until officers get to us. But until then, I'm not moving.
Investigators say Hannah Payne tracked down Kenneth Herring after a car crash in 2019. What happened next is now being debated in court. Atlanta News First reporter Brittany Ford is live tonight outside the Clayton County Courthouse. And Brittany, you heard the full extent of those 911 calls here today.
Well, Larry, yeah, and they were hard to hear, invoking a lot of emotion from some of the witnesses that took the stand today. Those 911 calls and witness testimony painting a picture for the jury of what happened that day.
I never mentioned that the guy that caused the accident, who ran the red light, is drunk.
911 calls revealed the dramatic moments.
Are you sitting in the same number? No, but I'm catching up to him right now. Okay, so we actually do not want you to chase him. We just want you to be safe. I understand. I understand 100%. I'm just going to give the tag number, nothing else.
24-year-old Hannah Payne witnessed a car wreck in May of 2019 near the Atlanta airport.
Ma'am. He just pulled the trigger right down in my hand. Why ma'am, we were not supposed to follow him. He hit my car.
That now has her standing trial for murder. Emotions were high in the courtroom Thursday as prosecutors called witnesses to the stand.
When she got out, she was immediately aggressive. I didn't understand what was going on. I just thought it was like road rage at the time.
It made me stare at him because I kept saying to myself, I hope she don't shoot him. And when I heard the gunshot, he looked at me and I looked at him and he just had this look on his face.
Payne is accused of shooting and killing 62-year-old Kenneth Herring after a struggle that occurred when he allegedly tried to leave the scene of a crash. Payne's attorney says his client was acting in self-defense, going on to claim the gun went off during that struggle.
She has no malice intent.
There's been ongoing speculation that Herring may have been under the influence. The 62-year-old's family and attorney claim he was having a diabetic episode and was on the way to the hospital when the crash happened. Now, Payne's attorney says there is a possibility that she could take the stand sometime this week. The trial is set to resume back here tomorrow morning. We're live in Clayton County tonight. Brittany Ford, Atlanta News First.